Hello and welcome to Africa Youth, a new platform for young talented Africans. My name is Haddy Ndure and I'll be bringing to the fore the beautiful work produced by young Africans and shine light on everything we have to be proud of. Africa and Africans in general are portrayed in such a negative light, and we almost forget how strong we are as a people when we come together, support one another and connect with one another. And with so many Africans doing such positive work now, we have no problem finding and deriving inspiration from our very own. I've got the beautiful, talented young author in the studio with me, Kafayat Obanigba. She's just released her debut book of poems, 100 Thoughts from One Mind, and can I just say it's a must-read for everybody, especially poetry lovers. Now, Kafayat, first off, congratulations on the book.
Thank you so much.
Basically, the book it's a collection of 100 poems.
It is.
How did you manage to write every poem and make it different from the previous one?
I kind of wrote the book when I was kind of like going through a transition, and it's kind of all different like emotions and all that stuff at the same time. So it's kind of just written all like kind of all during the same duration but different times where I had different emotions, with days where I was happy or sad or thinking about family or just just random things that we go through and stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of just wrote it all at once ish.
Okay. So as a writer, how do you make your work relatable to your readers?
Oh, when I was initially just writing the book and stuff, I kind of just wrote, I just wrote a whole load of poems, just like expressing myself, like different things I thought and felt, and places I went, and things I thought from family, and everything like that. It wasn't initially meant to be relatable, but then when I read it over and when other people read it, they were like, "Oh, it's so relatable."
It's
but I think it's because young people, old people, everyone goes through the same transition when you're getting older and stuff. Like we all have similar emotions ish, give or take a few emotions. But yeah.
So where do you get your inspiration from? Do you get days when you're just like, I have got to sit down and write, or would it be after encountering a certain situation that you just think, okay, that's inspirational, I just write about that, or that's relatable, I write about that?
Yeah. No, what's it called? I never just say, oh my gosh, there's a day I want to sit down and write. I never ever do that. I kind of always write like when something happens. So if I have a day where I was like, oh my gosh, like, when you feel overwhelmed with emotion, like happiness, you might just write a poem about it.
When you're sad.
Yeah, when I'm feeling sad or down, or when I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, such a failure, like, oh my gosh, like, can't believe this happened. It kind of just, you get it all on paper and stuff. You read it back, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was so bitter that day.
Yeah, and can I just say, it kind of translates in the poems, in the book itself.
Oh, great.
I felt it was very original and kind of heartfelt, like all your poems were. There's a certain poem where you say, oh, I'll finish writing the poem after I send this text out. That was very original and humorous as well.
Yeah, I was talking about being a bit of a procrastinator and taking forever to do stuff. So yeah,
it was a nice way to end the poem.
Yeah.
I also read Don't Change.
Oh, cool.
Which is one of the poems featured in the book.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really good. It was very kind of uplifting and positive. It had a very positive vibe
it's about one of my friends, yeah.
So did Forward Thinking.
Yeah, I really like that one.
I like that one too.
That was super positive.
Yeah.
I was on a mission that day. I'm joking.
And it's kind of very different from Not Cut Out for This.
Oh,
I thought that was a bit more...
Yeah.
But then again, it was very relatable.
Very relatable.
Because as young people, we all get days that we're kind of like, oh, you know what?
Not cut out for this.
Not going to do it.
Yeah.
Can't get out of bed. Can't do this. Can't do that.
Not going to happen.
So when you find yourself feeling that way, how do you dig yourself out of such emotions?
Well, like, with me and stuff, I always try not to dwell on things too long and stuff. Like, although, like, you might have, like, one negative thing and stuff, there's always, like, a million positive things and stuff. And if you've got, like, a good environment, so you've got, like, a good family, friends, everything like that, you can always just kind of just get out of it and stuff. You just kind of just have a 1 second moment where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not cut out for this, oh my gosh, I want to quit. But then when you have a little bit of reality, you think, is it worth it? Is it this and that? And then you just kind of just...
You mentioned something which was very important. It's the people that you kind of have around you, the environment that you have around you, people you surround yourself with is very important to have.
So important.
Positive people, because it kind of reflects on you as well, doesn't
it? They kind of like, when you have like people that are close to you and stuff, you kind of like bounce off it and stuff. Like I've got a really great family, really great friends, so I'm just kind of like really lucky. So I can always just be like, whatever.
You're not kind of scared, or you don't kind of hold back on some personal information about you on the book. There's a poem where you kind of mention your belief in and your religion. You mention about your belief in Allah.
Yeah,
How
I'm
important
really
is
strict
religion
Muslim.
to you?
So important. I'm like such a strict Muslim and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I
know.
can see.
Yeah, thanks. My hair's not covered at the moment, but yeah, my hair's not covered. But I'm really, really strict Muslim. Like pray 5 times a day and stuff. Been growing up,
So
been
do
brought
I.
up in Islam. Yeah. Oh, see, you're Muslim as well.
Mhm.
And Hadith.
Hadija,
which is
the
you named after the Prophet's wife, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
And
what does your name mean? Is it an Islamic name?
yeah, Kafayat means enough in Islam and stuff. Like obviously not enough. Like oh my gosh, enough.
I've had enough.
Kids. My mum does have a few kids, but no, nothing like that. It was more like enough, as in you're enough. Like if you have you as a child, you're enough and stuff. Not that I'm bigging myself up or anything. That's just what I've heard.
All right.
Let's not go there.
Okay, so I'm kind of deviating from the book a little bit.
Yeah.
Being a young African woman.
Yeah.
Have you kind of had any limitations? Or have you kind of had anything that's kind of held you back because of your culture, belief, religion, kind of?
No, do you know what? I've been really, really lucky over the years and stuff. I've had like the opportunity to do so many amazing things. Since university and like growing up and stuff. I don't really think anything's limited. I've not had any limitations because of like any reason such as that. But I feel like with most things, you just kind of have to just make your own. You have to make your own destiny. You got to like bang on doors.
Definitely.
You got to put in the work. That's life, and it's competition.
You got to believe in yourself as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all self belief, and it's all like. It's all a mindset, innit? It's all in the mind, innit? Like, if you can get past the mind, then you can kind of get past a lot of stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I've had kind of a more different experience to you.
Yeah,
because I came over here. From Gambia.
Yeah.
And I think when you just first come into, it's like a new country,
Oh my
everything's
gosh,
new to
culture
you.
shock.
I know. You're like, ooh.
Different clothing.
But then, different clothing, different culture,
food.
beliefs, everything's
So true.
different.
Yeah.
And you're like you want to keep your African side, and then it's like a culture clash. Yeah, but I think it's definitely about finding the balance. Definitely.
Because obviously, like with different countries and different cultures, they're so different, but they're all so beautiful. Because it's like when you embrace it. Like my parents, born and bred in Nigeria and stuff. They like I've been born and bred here, so the way they do things, like the way they dress and the food they eat and the way they talk, is so different, but it's so beautiful. So when you become so westernized with London, you kind of pick up all different things and stuff like
it's about picking up the right things.
Exactly,
yeah. Sure you pick up the
it's
right
like getting
things.
the balance.
Yeah,
like it's beautiful though. It's really, really nice.
And that's what life in general is about, don't you think?
Exactly, yeah. It's about
finding the balance and
definitely finding your path and stuff and find the balance. Kind of makes you you are really.
Okay, so what advice would you give to young kind of African girls like ourselves?
I say like to young African girls and stuff, it depends what you want to do and stuff. Like of course, but if anything you want to do, like I say, make it happen and stuff. Like. Do you know what I mean? You've only got like one life to live and stuff like that. So exactly. So they say. So you just gotta like kind of make the most of it, kind of get out there and stuff. There's no such thing as failure. Like you only fail if you don't attempt it. If you try it, you fail. You've never
at
really
least
failed,
you tried,
because
exactly.
It's off your conscience. You're like, you can say I tried, it worked for me.
It didn't. Exactly.
So that's life really. Just enjoy it and then make the most of it really.
And you sound like a very kind of family oriented lady.
Yeah, I am.
As are most Africans.
Yeah, they are.
Definitely.
They're really like stuck together.
Close, yeah.
You know, your kids, they dress you all the same. So it's like you all become like kind of like one.
And I think it's very important for us Africans to kind of be the same, work together, support one another. Definitely.
Got to come together.
We have got to come together. Obviously, your book is out now.
Yeah.
So where can we find it? Where can you buy it?
Oh, so it's available everywhere now. Like it's everywhere online. It's Amazon, Barnes and Noble, W.H. Smith, Google. So just type in Google, you find it everywhere. It's like available everyone at the moment online. So coming to libraries shortly and bookstores near you. So that would be good.
I bet your mum and dad are so proud. They're like,
they
that's
are.
my daughter.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they are. They're like so proud and stuff. They're like show people the book and they're like, yeah, that's my daughter. And I'm like, okay.
But it's definitely something to be proud of. I think it's
it's quite cool. It's
about finding what your dream is, what you're good at, and following that through.
I guess like it's kind of cool when you get to do something that's your passion and stuff, because you know not everyone gets to do that. So if you get to do that, then it's kind of like you got to embrace it.
And it's easier. Gosh, it just flows.
It makes your life so much more enjoyable as well, because you're doing something
you're not miserable thinking, I hate my boss, I hate
work.
my
Exactly.
because you're doing something you love.
It's kind of like wake up in the morning, kind of just like go with the flow.
And it reflects in the work that you do as well.
It does. It makes it, it's true actually, because you get to do what you like, so it makes it 100 times easier and stuff, so it's good.
We're going to take a short break now, but I'll be back with Kafayat Obanigba.